Hello everybody, how have you been? We hope all of you are doing great. In this video, me and my partner Alvin are going to talk about the history of Topi Bambu or bamboo hats. We hope you enjoy! First of all, I'm sure you've all been thinking, what is bamboo hat and what does it have to do with Tangerang's history? Well, to answer that question, we'll need to do a little bit of a story time. So, in the 19th century, a Chinese merchant came from the Philippines to Indonesia with the intention of expanding the trade route. Upon his arrival, he saw lots of raw materials, such as bamboos and pandan leaves. He then introduced one of his own culture, the bamboo hat. The hat was so loved among all layers in society, and soon demand grew more and more. The hat fame grew so rapidly that many rice farmers chose to be a hat maker in order to earn living, since rice prices was running low. At that time, there was about 200 to 300,000 households dominated by women of Sudanese, Javanese, and Chinese descent that occupations were making these bamboo hats. Even children were started to be involved in the making process. The hat was so famous that it became Tangerang's icon, courtesy to it being the largest community of that time. In the year 1887 alone, Tangerang has exported roughly 145 million bamboo hats. Most of them were transported to America for finishing before reaching the market in France.
However, after the 1930s, bamboo hat fame went down drastically. This drastic decrease in fame and demand started because of the changing in the fashion trend. When people opted for a modern style and bamboo hats' rustic design fell short in the public's eyes and lost its price in the market. The economy that once thrived experienced its downfall. Bamboo hat was revived by a person that looked interested in the product because it helps the economy at 1887 and regained the name again and became an eligible scout uniform in the year 1976. When bamboo hat was revived, still not many such as people noticed yet that the product was from their own city, and an entrepreneur was interested in the community, want to raise up their name little by little until it's known again for their product. The research method that we use in this research is the qualitative method, by emphasizing the contents to get the relations of the material based on primary and secondary sources.
Although it was just first used as the farmer's hat, the bamboo hat's fame grew so rapidly and expanded so much. So in 1887, to meet the growing demand, Petit Yun Company was founded. The factory was the first in Tangerang. It was still a home industry, considering that makers were often whole households, and as I mentioned earlier, were dominated by women of Sudanese, Javanese, and Chinese descent. The children are often involved in the making process of these bamboo hats, from collecting the materials to preparing the bamboos that will later be woven into hats. The economic value of these hats even surpassed the rice value, therefore urging rice farmers to switch their occupations to bamboo hat makers. The hat continued to be known all across the Western world, and it was made so much that it reached the highest community of that time. It became the symbol, a mark of Tangerang in the era of Dutch colonialism. The fame of these Javanese hats, another name for bamboo hats, made Tangerang known to the world as the hat-making farm. It was so well known that in the year 1887 alone, Tangerang has exported roughly 145 million hats abroad, most notably to America, where they were decorated before being sold to their main market in France, the fashion capital of the world. They were usually decorated with flowers and ribbons to complement the dress and the frills of the Victorian-era dresses, as depicted in the pictures. The bamboo hats were as famous in the country as it is abroad. The Dutch liked it so much that one of their troops, the KNIL, also known as Dutch soldiers stationed in Indonesia, made it their official uniform. Here are the pictures of some of those hats.
In the year 1930 onwards, most of bamboo hat product was going into a downfall. when the trend and fashion began to change and made the bamboo hat price and economy to lower. Because of the change in the style of the outfits, going towards the more practical and simplistic modern side, the bamboo hat rustic and in-created designs fell short in public's eyes. The demands and value took such great hit that the product went off radar for a few years. In addition to change the fashion trend, bamboo hat downfall was also felt in Indonesia due to anti-Chinese movement that was fueled by the Dutch East Indies civil servants in Indonesia in 1945. Even though the bamboo hat was regressing in terms of fame, the Tangerang people and its community still very much appreciate the bamboo hat and even made it a part of the logo since Division 9 in 1943, due to it being the highest economic community at that time. After a quiet slumber, bamboo hat was revived by our second president, Suharto. In 1976, there was an effort to preserve and conserve this heritage. Mr. Suharto then declared the bamboo hats as the official of Girl Scout uniform that we highly associate them with us during this time. As you can see, when Scout girls are doing their adventure, they will use this bamboo hat, like this picture.
2011, wanting to bring bamboo hats to its former glory, in addition to helping the economy of the weavers, Mr. Agus Hasanuddin, a Tangerang native, and a few other bloggers, established the bamboo hat community in Jambe and Cikupa, Tangerang. This community played a role in not only making changes for the income and the living of the people, but also the dynamic development made the item's image more exclusive. The bamboo crafts evolved quite fast because there are fertile land, a good climate, and many families in the community who are supporting the tradition due to the affordable production materials. Most of the craftsmen got their esoteric knowledge that has been passed down from their ancestors for the art and in addition to preserving the national heritage. The community also helped the makers by distributing and marketing bamboo hats to a wider audience via online shops and social media. But it is still not as prosperous as it was in the 1900s due to its functionality and the always changing and fashion trends. In the colonialism era, they were used for daily activities for soldiers and people alike. But in this day and age, especially since the pandemic, the bamboo hats hold no other value than being souvenirs and displays.
Now is the conclusion. As the bamboo hat was known for Tangerang's icon and having the biggest community of that time makes it special for this district and its people. People earn for a living by producing the hat, and it makes Tangerang known to the people overseas and somewhat a way of fighting for themselves, as the product is a local legacy that is intended to be conserved due to the high international cultural worth and includes value used in our everyday life. Even if the bamboo hat is now nearly forgotten and seen as old-fashioned, it was once widely known all around the world. In addition, we as the current generation have to conserve and protect our heritage, our history. These are also the reason why we choose this topic. We want to make known the history of bamboo hats and its glory days, to preserve our city's heritage that is close and dear to the community, and to help the people supporting it. Bamboo hat is not just a product. It tells the story of the people, community, and the legacy left behind by our predecessors. That is it for our presentation. We hope you enjoy the explanation, and we hope that this information will be useful for all of you in the future. On behalf of our team, we apologize if there are any misinterpreted words. We thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.